Hey, happy Halloween, everybody. DBougie86 here again. And if you're watching this right now, I'm actually doing a bonus review on Halloween right now. Yes, this is bonus review number one. And what I got for you guys right now is a film from 1979. It was just recently released in this nice edition from Severin Films, so I wanted to check it out. It's a film I haven't seen before, and it goes by the title of Beyond the Darkness. Yes. Of course, this is directed by Joe D'Amato, who's most probably famously known for directing films like Anthropophagus. I always mess that word up, I know. And Absurd, aka Horrible. Those are the two that I know him most for. He also directed like Porno Holocaust and Papaya, Love Goddess of the Cannibals, which also was released by Severin, ironically. But pretty much the main gist of this one is we're introduced to our main character, Frank, who just lost his love of his life, and she was very sick in the hospital, and she passes away. After this happens, Frank kind of has like this idea, because we find out that Frank is actually a taxidermist who stuffs animals. So what ends up happening is Frank ends up unburying Anna's grave and taking her body to stuff to preserve her, pretty much, so he could have her forever in a doll-like form. So when this happens, murder and craziness ensues, because the bodies keep piling up, and we have interesting character developments with Iris, who is Frank's handmaid, who has a darker side to her also. And that's pretty much the gist of this one without going too crazy into it. Now, my thoughts on this one. This was a very interesting watch, I have to say. The way that the film is set up, with this great music by Goblin, by the way. Goblin does the soundtrack to this. And it's just tremendous, the main theme and just the airiness of the music as it plays throughout the film. This is a very slow burn type film. It's not like a overly action-packed film. It's a very interesting, kind of like character study in a way of this one dude, and actually also of his handmaid, who has darker intentions than we are led to believe, as we see in a few of the opening scenes. Without giving too much away into it, she has her own motives and stuff, and we just see these two go into this descent into madness, pretty much. And it's just fucking awesome and gnarly at the same time, just the way that they intertwine with their characters, and the way that their characters intertwine with each other. And it's just odd at the same time, because some of those character development moments have a lot of sexual tension moments within it, as we see Iris and Frank have this weird sexual relationship going on as the film progresses, which they probably never had, or they did have before and after Anna, you know what I mean? It starts right back up again, and it's just very odd and very weird, because she's acting kind of a mother figure in a way to him, in certain scenes, and then weirdness pursues in that aspect also. Now, the performances are really great. I love all three of the main performances. The girl who plays Anna, I don't want to mess her name up, Cynthia Morelli, I believe that's how you pronounce it. You probably know her most famously for her character in The Beyond, iconic character with the eyes that foretells Katerina McCall's character, then warns her pretty much of what's to come. And it's just very elegant, the way her performance, because she's pretty much like a corpse, pretty much the whole movie, that type of deal. So it's kind of odd and weird, and it's actually very interesting. So the way that her aspect of her character is, and the way that even though she is a corpse in the film, she still has a presence in the film, because of the way that these characters' mindsets are in the film. So I really did like that aspect, and the film has some great cinematography. This is probably, out of all the Joe D'Amato films I've seen, which is not many, this is probably his best shot and best choreographed, and just has a great, interesting story. Like I said, it is a very slow burn type of film, but if you get past that, this one's a very interesting and enjoyable watch for what it is. So if I had to rate Beyond the Darkness, it's getting a solid 8.5 out of 10 for me. I highly enjoyed this film. Great soundtrack by Goblin, and just great, like, interesting story. I have to say, the story was just dwells. I was glued to it as the film progressed. So yeah, it was awesome. An awesome film. 8.5 out of 10 for Beyond the Darkness. Awesome shit right here. All right, guys, this is it for bonus review number 1. Maybe I'll do some more. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe keep a little theme, maybe a little Italian stallion stuff going on right now, but whatever. But I'll see you then, guys. Peace out. Happy Halloween.